Give me 2 seconds, guys. Technical difficulties. It just logged me out. Okay. No, real life. Cool. Alright guys, gonna be a shorter stream today I think, just because we got something important to attend to tomorrow. I can't tell you guys about yet, but I will be able to inform you guys soon, so we'll have to see. Anyways, this is gonna be our first time trying 32s since we were doing fine with 30s, so we're gonna try it and we'll see how we go. Let me know angles and everything if that is all good. Gonna double check shit is charging, because I remember last time it didn't. But anyways, okay, swim up. I think I'm gonna further back with this actually, and a little bit lower, just in case guys can see. Everything. So this is the first time with it. Let's figure it out. Alright guys, it's just like we're either gonna die or we're gonna have a good set. So let's see if we can. Press 32s for the first time. Not bad. You know, 12's the eligibility to go up, so I'll take 11 for sure. I did see my my right tricep sort of start getting a bit dodgy halfway through, but managed to maintain it, I can't lie, so we're good with that, so no worries. I'm happy with 11. If I went down to something like 7 or 8, I'd be a little bit worried, but 11, no complaints at all. There's nothing like water when you're actually dehydrated, because I feel like I haven't had much liquid today, you know. And if I have, I don't think it's been like very good. Like I probably had a Pepsi or some shit. I'm good on calories, but I can't lie, the liquid is definitely lacking today. So what's nice about the gym is you get thirsty easy, so you're always drinking, you know, you're always staying hydrated. So it's just like a free passive, like a liter or so of water, depending on how much you drink, but it is nice. It's like a passive water gain. No, but it feels nice, definitely, when you're dehydrated. So we're gonna let the wrist breathe. Not bad. 32s. Happy days. I don't think we're gonna be going up. Not until we can hit 12. Decently, you know, consistently. But hey, not bad, not bad. I was a little bit skeptical, but I did want to see if I could do it or not, and I did say I'll be going up to try 32s the next session, so I got to stick to my word with that, you know. And we did it, so happy days with that. Shoes are looking fresh. I ended up cleaning them the other day, so they're looking extra white, which is dope. You know, I've had these actually for a year and a bit, and you know what? Maintaining them is not too bad, you know. It's like they look fairly good for how long and how much they've been used, you know. I don't know if you can even see my shoes from there, but if I stand back, you might be able to see them a bit more, but don't rest too long though. My next aim is set 2. I do want to hit 8. As you know, if I can hit a good 8 on second set, I think that's pretty reasonable. You know, that's pretty respectable. But it's fine if I can't. I've just gone up a weight, so it's you know, it's like I got a little grace period to hit 8 eventually. But for now we should be fine. Alright, let's get it. Look, I always hate if it was like I'm doing a damn deadlift every time I have to pick up my weights. Like, this is a fucking 64 kg deadlift every time I'm freaking picking this up. Alright. Alright, let's go. Six, 7, 7. It's alright, you know. We won't hit them every time, but definitely starting to hit those limits. But hey, it's no worries. We just went up. We still got time to build the strength to get consistent with hitting 8. If I'm 1 shy of hitting 12, it makes sense I'm 1 shy of hitting 8. So, anyways, we need to drop. I'm gonna go do that. So that was what, 32, so I'm gonna go to 28, 26, one of the two. I don't know how effectively I'll be able to even do 28, but let's see. Just drop. Just about. Was that 5, 6? Not bad. Oh damn. So we have to hit, I think 28. for our next one. Mouth is dry again. Fuck. Let's keep going. Dusty motherfucker today, man. Damn. I mean, I feel like I'm thirsty quite a lot, but yo, today's a bit crazy. You know, guys, how are you guys doing? How's it going for you guys? Like, what type of time of day is it for you guys? Anyways, we'll let it breathe. We'll grab a 28. I think what I'm gonna do is use efficiency because fatigue, right? I'm gonna get the 28s, but I'm gonna go ahead and instead of doing my freaking deadlifts and picking them off the ground, I think I'm just gonna grab it from the rack so I was halfway up, then from the floor, which is half the effort. Okay. Chest pump, not bad, you know. Focus definitely paying off. And as we are doing like really good with the deadlifts, like yesterday, I mean, I hit 140 kg twice. Second one was rough, it was fatigued, but I did it, you know. And before, you know, I've come a long way, you know, before, only a couple weeks ago, I'd say, I was thinking first of all 144 kg for the first time, and then on top of that, it was rough. It was a rough one. I failed it once or twice before I even got it. So the fact that I'm able to consistently hit it every time, I feel like the muscle memory with deadlifting is actually starting to go through now, because I'm starting to realize, you know, with the high weights, you have to like push. You know, you genuinely have to push. There's going to be that pause point in the rep where either you put the weight down and you fail, or you push and you pick it up, you know. So I'm sort of getting better at finding that push point and sticking through and doing it, you know. Alright, what was I gonna do? Oh yeah, the next set. Of course. Let's wrap up safety first, guys. Safety first. Alright. Getting warmer earlier, you know, with this workout here, not gonna lie. Alright. I might move, depending on the size, I might move to 30 for this. I'll have to see how we do. And yeah, we'll see. We're aiming for 12, obviously. Let's see if we get higher though, we'll see. There's 8, 9, 10. Okay. 11. Fuck. 12. Oof. Come on, 13. Man, that makes me go red, huh? Okay, yeah, you know what? I think I can go up to 30 for that. Gonna be harder to hit 12 on 30, I think, but that's the whole point, isn't it? That's the whole point of going up, to challenge yourself. You don't want to sit there being, you know, on a weight you're too comfortable or too easy with, you know? It's the aim of it. Come on. I hit it last time, guys. I swear. Actually, I hit it the time before last time. It's 2 fails now. Alright, well, we gotta get a banger over here. Give me a banger. We'll go with this, that's fine. Okay. Guys, let me know, what is your genre of music when you're in the gym? You know, like, because some people listen to rap, but I feel like it's too generic, you know? I feel like everyone's listening to rap in the gym. Some people got, you know, rap, some people got funk. I mean, I feel like some people even got, like, you know, metal and stuff like that, you know? It's like, I guess it could get you in the vibe because it's like hella loud, shouting type of stuff. I feel like I got the most flexible playlist ever, you know. I got everything, you know. I got a bit of Indian music. I got a bit of I mean, aside from like just like, I mean, Indian, I don't think that's a genre, but that's just like a type of music, I guess. But you know, I got that. I got some Disney music. I got some of those childish beats. I've got some of the white girl music. I got a bunch of music from movies. I've got hardstyle, I've got funk, I got rap, bit of pop. Even just got beats by themselves. I think I got everything, you know. I got music for everyone in my playlist. Super versatile. But I'm not even lying, I think my playlist might be like over 1,000 songs. It's quite diabolical. I've categorized my music a bit now, you know. It's like I have a friend that told me, he's like, you know, you're a pretty tidy person, but yet when I look at your playlist, I would have thought, obviously, if you're a tidy person, you would have everything organized. It's just unusual to see you're tidying everything, but then you have a playlist with like 1,000 to 2,000 songs on it, just all clumped up together. So I'm organized. Alright, I hit this next set, drop set, dips, cables, and legs. Alright, let's go. Let go. Alright. No, this one. Okay. Let's go. I think after this set I'm gonna drop. Well, yeah, I need to drop. Sorry, what the fuck. After this set and drop set, I'm doing my pump over because it is getting warm. shit. Come on. Let me move my face out of the way, otherwise I won't have one. Oh, your shit dropped, fuck. That's a 34 kg, oh my bad. Not that one, there's a 24. Damn. Whoops. Dead angle. Whoops. Okay. All right. Mic. I almost forget my mic. I'm gonna try without the thingamabobby. What's it called? Wrist wraps. I'm also see how my wrists actually fare with that. Just give me 2 seconds here and we'll carry on. You know what I feel like? I feel like when I was working out maybe a couple weeks ago, I was getting a lot more out of breath, I feel like, than I am now. Like, I still am, for sure. Like, I can sit there panting like crazy. I just ran a mile or some shit. But I feel like it is getting better, you know? Like, the cardiovascular health is getting better. I feel like it will only get better. See, more I lift, the more I'm when I start cardio properly, you know. So it's always a good sign. But that's what it is, you know. It's like with weightlifting, all that stuff. Still does train your cardiovascular, especially, you know, as long as you're going to failure and actually training hard. If you are just like sort of half-assing and not really trying all that much, then yeah, then I can't really vouch for that. But if you are going to failure and stuff, I think it is going well. It's gonna go well, sorry. Did you feel that on my lower chest? Which is obviously the point. That's why I'm leaning forward for a reason. But definitely chest is pumped as fuck. Very nice. Very nice. Let me just double check stuff. I'm doing good. Cool. Anyways, progression in the gym is going very well right now. Definitely progressing higher and higher in terms of weights and stuff like that, which is awesome to see. I'm surprising myself half the time, let alone anyone watching. I'm sitting there shocked myself about the types of weights I can lift now these days, because it is quite crazy, you know. Like, I am really progressing, you know, to those weights that I never thought I would be able to lift, or I thought I'd only be able to lift in years' time, you know. So seeing that in real time is such a interesting feeling that I can't really describe. It's just, you're just in the constant shocked state of what the fuck you can do. It's like really cool to experience, you know. And if you guys have experienced it, which I'm sure a lot of you have, you guys can probably vouch that it's just an awesome feeling in general, you know. And I'm not even halfway done, you know. I still have a lot to keep going for and achieve, you know. It's like, that's where it stops, you know. That's the main thing about the gym. It's like, if you get complacent, if you just get, you know, happy with the way you are and not striving for any sort of improvement, that's the trap, because I feel like that's where you can get stuck and you start to lose your initial, you know, motive push, you know, for what you were doing it for in the first place, you know. You know, you need to keep striving for better, you know. It's like, even if you are at a really prime physique, really good looking physique and all that sort of stuff, you still want to have some goal in mind. It's like, you know, it's like, shit, my biceps are fucking ripped, you know, I'm at a really good body fat percentage, you know, the veins are looking good and all that, but it's like, shit, you know, maybe my calves need a little bit more work, you know, a little bit more push, you know, in calves or something like that, you know. It's like, or maybe pushing in weaker areas of your physique, maybe ones that you're not as genetically gifted in. I mean, obviously nothing's really going to offset, you know, bad genetics, you know, because it's just how your muscle sits on your body. But what I mean is, you know, if maybe something is underdeveloped or neglected a bit, something maybe you don't even enjoy training, maybe push yourself a bit, you know. Be like, shit, you know, everything else is looking good right now, let me actually put some catered interest and development into this part, because I hate training it, but it's a new challenge, you know. It's like something new, you like unlock the next level. So there's always that. I'm not even near the dream physique yet, you know, so I've still got a long ways to go, but you know, seeing the progression is still really, really nice. You know, the journey is a big part of the way of getting to wherever the destination is you want to get to, you know. Let me just double check something. Can I ask you a question? Is that what you said? Sorry, bro, my chat didn't update my phone. Oh, never mind, it updated now, like last minute. So when I literally checked my chat on the side, it updated just then. But yeah, sure, man, shoot your question and I'll answer it best as I can. While you do that, I'm gonna get another set in. Alright. Isn't me, or is anyone, when they're doing dips, do they ever like do they ever just stretch? Just start stretching like before they do their dips or something. So I'm just gonna bring you guys up. I'm not really sure if you guys could see that, so I just wanted to make sure you guys are seeing stuff. Yeah, man, shoot your question and Hermes. That's a cool name. 2006. 2 years younger than me. I'm 22. I just turned 22. Alright. I don't really know the specifics of it, right? But I don't know with the chest, I think upper chest is actually this part, which is lower. And I think lower chest is this. I don't know, some shit about inverting it. Or maybe I'm just freaking out my head here. But anyways, this part is definitely getting pumped from that. Okay. Perfect, we got the rubber grips. I don't like the plastic ones. They just don't feel nice to hold, to use, you know? Like the rubber ones, they're nice. Look. Okay. Doubles. Okay. Alright, let's see here. Someone was going crazy with it. Can't lie. What was I doing? Was I doing 80 or 90? I think I was doing, right? No idea. We're gonna try 90 and just fucking see how we do, to be honest. I'd rather go up than go down, because I think I've been on 80 for a bit. So, nice empty gym now. You know, very nice, very chill. Just resting a little bit before we head into the next one here. Bring that down. What is nice is, like, since I am you know, alone in the gym, so just leave my stuff at a different like podium, and then I could just come over here, do my shit, have to keep moving my stuff everywhere, you know. But I still like to move my stuff, you know, so it's in the general vicinity. Because if you've ever been in the gym, man, it's so easy to just forget stuff or like lose something, you know. Not because someone's taken it, just because you're just fucking misplaced around the gym. And you're like, where the fuck did I put that? But in the gym I'm at, it's a really nice community, you know, everyone's chill with each other. So, you know, there's been stuff in the lost property, you know, for honestly fucking 6 months to a year, you know. People ain't taking anything. The lockers, I've been in this gym for 2-3 years, never had anything stolen, and we leave the keys inside the lockers, so it's like you could just fucking turn that shit and unlock it and open it and take whatever the fuck you want, you know. So the fact it's like that and no one's stolen anything, you know, it just shows the type of like respect people have for each other in the community here. You know, it is a nice community that all knows we're in here for the same reason, you know. My bad, my camera just started to be funny, but we're all in here for the same reason, you know. All here trying to improve in some way, whatever it is. Someone might have a different reason to you, but that's what it's about here, you know. I'm just making sure I didn't miss anything. Hey, what are Wi-Fi being so slow, man? Crazy. Alright. Let's double check. Okay, you know, we can get into this next step. We've had enough rest here. $90, because you don't want to have like fucking lopsided weights. That'd be crazy. Keeps grabbing the camera. I don't know. Oh, camera, sorry, the mirror. Stay here, bro. As if it does it again, man. I swear. All right. Oh my gosh. You have no idea the song that just came on. I'm listening to a song from Turbo the movie. Crazy. Damn, I'm weak today, huh? It's taking a toll, huh? Alright. Oh no, I don't know about 90. Hold on, I like that. Damn. I actually like that, you know, like push, slowly release. That's how you should be doing it anyways, but like sometimes you tend to forget, you know. You're in your sets, tend to forget, but I think so. It's something to do with the eccentric part of the motion, you know, because I think that's where the muscle is built. And the eccentric part, if you know what that is, that's like, so you're doing a dumbbell curl, right? It'd be when you're going down. It seems weird. It's like you think, you know, most of your muscles being used when you're pulling it up, right? Because that's like the explosive part, the hard part, I'd say. But letting it go is where the muscle apparently makes the most tears. So that's when you want to hold it and accentuate, prolong that process, so you're making more tears, more muscle being rebuilt back when you are recovering. So a little bit of gym knowledge right there, guys. So you know, the eccentric part of that part would be, you know, that's the explosive part, and then going slowly out again, that's the eccentric part that's, you know, tearing up all those little making all those micro tears in the muscles. so that you can rebuild stronger. Okay. Hydration again, guys. Can't stress it enough. We've got to go get some more water. So let's go. My camera's not following me today. It's being a bit sassy. But it's alright. I'll be back in about 2 seconds anyways. Guys, is it just me, right? Or do you have like a little bit of a pet peeve with the gym, right? I find it questionable, you know, it's like, obviously I understand practice and, you know, them probably wanting to have it than not have it. But it's like, a water fountain. Come on. Like, not the like refilling of like the water bottle, that's absolutely fine, I use it every day. But the actual like fountain mechanism part of it, it's like, is it just me or I've just never used water fountain because I just find it gross. I'm just like, other people are definitely licking that shit, bro. Other people are definitely lipsing that. You know, it's like, hey, no. And some people, it's like, it's not even if they intentionally do it, it's like, people are gonna miss, you know, they're just tired, they're fatigued, they're gonna miss. They're gonna put their mouth all over that crap by accident. You know, it's like, I never touch fountains, like, I've never put my mouth near that, man. Fuck that. Nah, definitely not. I'd never use that. I wouldn't recommend to use it. Not in a million years. But I get the appeal, you know, it's like quick access to water when you want to drink and your bottles say empty. Maybe you don't bring a bottle, whatever, right? Hey man, I'm not risking. I'm gonna go dehydrated and I'm gonna finish my workout. I'm gonna go home, get some water. I'm not about to put my mouth on a water fountain, I'm sorry. Not happening. I'd rather be thirsty, you know? I know my camera is like having a fit, but give me a sec. Whoa. Brother, is it just like the mirror or what? Oof. Alright, so I hit this next set, I'm gonna drop set, and that's chest done. And I'm gonna hit legs. Then we're done, to be honest. Not too bad. Guys, let me know, what is your favorite part of the gym? Because I'm thinking about it myself, like what is my favorite part? You know, it's like, it's a hard thing, you know, there's a lot of awesome things about it. There's a lot of things that suck as well, you know, I'm gonna be honest, there's always two sides to a coin, but the thing I like the most, you know, I'm gonna, like, it depends, you know, there's like genres to it, you know, there's levels to it. It's like, what are we talking about? Are we talking about like the benefit gym? Like what was like, you know, what's something I like in terms of the benefit? What are we talking about? You know, are we talking about, you know, just like generally like your gym location? I'm trying to think, you know, like, because I could easily go with the things like you get out of it, you know, like the discipline factor and all that sort of stuff. I feel like that's an easy response, you know, it's like, you need to have something unique here to say. What would you guys say? I'm gonna leave this one to you. I might come with a response, you know. Let's see what you guys have to say about that one. Let's get this next one. Damn. There you go. Alright, let's go down. I feel like the saddest part about the cut, like when I go on that, is gonna have to be dropping some weights. And I don't mean in terms of you losing strength. You might easily be able to do the actual weight, but I'll spin to you after, just gonna be a second. You might be able to do the weight, you have the strength where your muscles are fine doing the weight, but the problem would be like an exercise like that, where I'm having to go forward, but you're dropping in weight, you may still have the muscles and stuff to do the weight, but because you're dropping in weight, like body weight, you won't be able to step forward as easily without that weight resisting you. So it's like, say, how I'm able to go forward, and for example, wait, I'll give you guys an example of something easier. It'd be harder to do with something like this, but say I'm able to step forward with this relatively easy. Say this is I don't know, 50 kg or some shit, and I'm 60 kg. What the fuck is the camera doing? Stop. You're obsessed with yourself, bro. This way. Alright. So, say you're 60 kg or some shit, right? And you're trying to do 50 kg, right? You're able to go forward with this a lot easier than, say, if you were 55 kg or 50 kg, you'd find it a lot harder to step forward because you're now literally basically trying to resist your whole body weight in weight, So if you're 60 kg, this would be easier to step forward. But if you're 50 kg and you're pulling 50 kg, you're gonna find it a lot harder to step forward because this is gonna pull you back. And because of that, you won't be able to basically have footing to be able to do this, because you'll be being pulled back, when you're doing it. So that's the problem. It's yeah, if I'm able to do this weight now, if I drop another 5 or 10 kg for example during a cut, doing that weight isn't going to be easy. Not because I'm not strong enough anymore, because I won't have the footing to be able to actually stabilize doing that weight, if you get what I mean. I feel that was a long ass winded explanation for something maybe more simple. I feel like I made it more complicated than it was. So I feel like that's going to be the sad part of cutting, even if I am slightly getting stronger or staying at the same strength, because that's the thing, is when you're cutting, very hard to get stronger, because you're cutting body weight, you're cutting your carbs, your energy sources, all that stuff, you're cutting it. So it's very hard to gain strength. You can gain strength, but it is not going to be super quick, and it's also not going to be a huge amount in comparison to something like bulking, right? But you can gain strength, but only very slowly, and or you can maintain your same strength level while cutting, which is obviously still good because you're losing body fat and keeping at the same strength level, which is good. And then the worst scenario is you lose strength along with your body fat, which is obviously bad, because obviously if you're losing strength, you're most likely losing muscle too, so maybe that just is how it is. If you're losing strength, you're losing muscle. I don't know, but yeah, that's that. Anyways, give me a second here, guys. Alright, so onto legs. I'm actually gonna take my stuff with me this time because legs is a little bit further away, not far, but tiny bit, and I don't wanna have to go running around looking for my shit. It's 2:16. Now I feel like I'll be wrapped up by 3, 2:30 maybe even. Maybe like 2:30, 2:45 type of thing. It's a nice empty gym, you know. It is a nice chill workout and environment to be in right now. Very, very chill. I was about to say very poggers, but very chill. All right. Oh, I'm not making this mistake again. I mistake this for the other machine last time. Hell nah, not again. Not happening. So basically, the problem with that was, so the one I was just at is the hamstring machine, right? And I mistook it for like the quads machine, right? Which I think is fine, but what I found out after that is, well, problem with that is if you decide you want to do hamstrings before calves, no calves, sorry, quads. I said calves. Problem with that is, decide you want to do hamstrings before quads, your hamstrings will be pumped up, right? So when you're doing your quads, right, because your legs are locked in here pretty tight, and now your hamstrings are like sort of pushing outward because they're pumped up, right, from doing hamstrings prior, it's gonna fucking hurt your hamstrings because of how much it's pressing down into the seat, and you're gonna start failing, not because of your quad hitting failure, just because of how fucking painful it is with your hamstrings being pressed into the chair there. So hell no, I'm not doing that again, because that would be not fun, you know, not gonna lie. Alright, so we're gonna warm up here and we'll head into the set. So what are we on? So for this, we're on 68. I'm still gonna stick at 68 just because it is still feeling like you know, like not ready to go up yet, you know, not finding it that easy. I need to go up, you know. Hamstrings 55 right now. Am I eligible to go up? Possibly. We'll have to see with hamstrings. Anyways, let's get this and let's go. Let's get Slay Bear song here. Yeah, it's a fun song, chill. I feel like this is not gonna be fun. I need to take a shit, man. Crazy. Alright. Nine. 10. 11. Okay. Not terrible. 13 reps. Still a struggle though, I'm not gonna lie. Some days, you know, there's just gonna be some days in the gym where you're just not, you know, feeling as strong. You know, it just happens like that. There will be those days, you know. It's like you're not guaranteed every single day to be feeling your absolute prime, feeling absolutely like a gorilla, you know. I think today's one of those days where I'm just finding weight harder to push, which is weird because in chest I actually hit my, you know, highest chest press for reps, which is 32, which I just tried today, and I actually hit 11 reps, so I did actually feel pretty strong. But you know, as the session has gone on, don't know, so like some sort of fatigue has gotten to me where definitely just I'm not feeling as strong as the session started. But it is alright, you know. You know, we're guaranteed to have sessions like this, and I think it's about, you know, what you're doing after this feeling hits. Are you just gonna like stop coming to the gym? Are you gonna carry on, accept that there will be days like this, or are you just gonna go home? You know. So yeah, you know, I feel like a lot of life is, you know, sort of things being thrown at you. I don't think you're ever gonna have the ability to have, you know, just stop things being thrown at you, stop hard times coming. You're destined to have hard times. You know, not everything in life is gonna be perfect, and if it was, it'd be pretty miserable, to be honest. You might think, oh, if you have a perfect life, you have things that, you know, just going your way every time, all of the time, you'd have a pretty boring life. You know, it's like, you know, you just, I don't know, you just get handed handouts. You're completely fine money-wise. You're completely fine. You know, just happen to have a good physique genetically. You just everything good. You never feel sick. You know, you never get sick. You're always in good health. It seems like a dream, of course. But the thing is, you only ever are appreciating, you know, like those good times. You know, being in good health, having the stable, you know, income coming in, and you know, all of the blessings you do have in life. You only appreciate it because you've seen or experienced the other side of things, you know, the other side of the coin. That's what makes you actually appreciate, you know, where you are and, you know, how far you've possibly come. Because that's another thing, the journey, you know. So like, you know, it's like experiencing against the bad times, or maybe where you came from, you know, lower, harder times. That makes you really enjoy and appreciate and make the most of, you know, the better and good times, you know. So I feel like, yeah, without times, you never learn to fully appreciate the good times, and I think that's why they're there, you know. That's why it exists, to genuinely appreciate the good times. And you can see this in real, like, motion if you have ever met someone who is just born with everything going right, everything being handed to them. So maybe they were just born into a rich family, they went to private school, they, you know, just, you know, never had any struggles in terms of money, never had any struggles in terms of anything in life, and you see that they become very narrow-minded, and maybe, you know, they don't have too much perspective, so they end up maybe not too humble or knowledgeable about the other side of things, and that can actually make them bitter or arrogant, maybe even ignorant about certain people, certain things, you know. So you can see it in real time, you know. If you just have always had an easy life, you won't really learn how to deal with things when they do go bad, you know, and it's destined to go bad, you know. Even people with the easy life, they're going to eventually be hit by something, you know, bad that happens. They just won't have the capacity to deal with it because they've no experience hardship in their life. So definitely, you know, appreciate the bad times happening, you know. They don't last forever. You know, there is always light at the end of the tunnel, you know. It may be a long dark tunnel, you know, a long path, but there's always light at the end, always good times to follow. And just like with the, you know, the bad times don't last forever, good times also don't last forever, and there will be a tunnel you have to go through at some point, you know. But it's not about you going into that tunnel, it's not about, you know, how you got into that tunnel or experiencing, it's about how do you maneuver through that tunnel, you know. Do you just stop inside the tunnel, or do you keep going, seeing the light through, you know. I think that's what it's about a lot of the time. How do you genuinely, how do you deal with the tunnel? I feel like is the main thing. Not that you have to go through it, how you deal with it. Alright, we need to hit this next set, you know? Couldn't drop. Damn. Alright, next, hamstrings and then calves. We did go up to 170 kg on the calves last session. We're not going to be going higher than that just yet, because we are definitely starting to find it definitely way more challenging now, you know. I think eventually 190, but definitely not yet. That's the thing, you know, like I sort of make it somewhat of a rule of thumb to make sure that if I do go up like weight, like say last session I was at, I don't know, fucking 10 kg, for example, right? 10 kg in some sort of exercise, whatever it is, and then I go up the next session to 12, and make it a rule of thumb that I'm not gonna, oh, I find this easy, so, or easier, not easier, but like, I still find this kind of I don't just go, oh, okay, now I'm gonna go to 14 the next session, you know? I think that's way too quick of a progression, you know? And when you progress like that, session to session, just going up, 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 that's when injuries and problems start, because, you know, you may be able to deal with it muscle-wise. I think I said this last time. You may be able to deal with it muscle-wise, but your joints won't be able to catch up or build that quick, you know? And not only that, if you are misjudging, if you are just having an insanely good day with a bunch of caffeine, and you can't maintain that consistency, you're gonna find you go up to say 14 kg the next time, and you're not able to hit, you know, that 14 kg, and it's gonna be very demotivating for you, because like, shit, bro, I found 12 pretty high, as I thought I could go up. But hitting that 12 might have been under certain circumstances, with maybe a bunch of people to hype you up, maybe a bunch of caffeine or pre-workout. It's not being able to like consistently do it is a problem. So that's why I say at least be able to do like 2 sessions with that weight before going up, because if you can't consistently do it, it's gonna be more of a pain than you waiting one extra session to go up. It's gonna be more of a like a demotivator, like, you know, it's gonna deflate you much more than you waiting an extra session to go up to actually come back down. So you're gonna feel way worse going back down than waiting an extra session to go up. So don't risk, you know, just take that extra session to be like, look, you know, like I did it last time, let's double check, let's make sure I can do it. Boom, I did it. Next session, let's go up, you know, because then you have that consistency, and then once you have that consistency of like, I've hit it now twice, you know, surely I can go up to the next weight. And most of the time you will be able to go up to the next weight, you know. I've never, or yeah, I don't think I've, you know, or very little times I've gone up because of this like sort of method I implement. Very few times I've gone up and had to come back down because it's such a pain in the ass. You know, it hits you really deep when you go up and you think you're able to lift it, and then boom, next session comes and you're like, fuck, what the fuck, I can't lift this, you know, or I can't do it nearly as I did last session. So then you have to go back down. It's like, fuck, you know. So definitely make sure you can hit it. Just wait the extra session, you know, it's just one more session, you know, before going up. So yeah, that's my rule of thumbs with it, and I guess it's a protection against screwing yourself over. You know, and that way obviously it protects you from injuries and going too fast, progressing way too quickly. Then your muscles or joints can keep up, because like I said, your joints first of all definitely won't be able to keep up. Second of all, even your muscles may not be able to keep up with that type of progression, you know. I feel like development wise, your muscles are able to develop a lot quicker, react a lot quicker than joints. I think joints will definitely take a little bit more of the, you know, like the sluggish back road and take a little bit while to build up. But I don't know about like joints. I don't know, do they, if you stop like lifting heavy, do they degrade? Because then if they don't, then it's like yeah, it's slower, but they stay where they're at, you know. You have to build them up again. I don't know, but let me know if you guys know about joints with that. I don't know if that applies, but they might just be like muscles on. Once you stop lifting the weight, start to, you know, tone it back a bit. Anyways, we need to get onto hamstrings, and yeah, hit hamstrings. All right. Let me just check something quick. All right. Ba-bum, ba-bum, bum. Da, 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 da. Ba-bum, ba-da. Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. Okay. Cool. Ugh. Warm up the hammies a bit. Yeah, not bad. I think I will be able to go up next session full. The hammies up to 59 instead of 55. Slow progression, but you know, it's getting there. To be honest, this only goes up to 77, so 59 is almost a full stack now. Crazy work. Alright, with this next set, drop set, calves, and that's another session complete. Let me drop. Okay. Damn. That always hurts my lower back. I think it's because like when you're pushing that weight, it like pushes your butt like forward a little bit, and you have to stabilize using your back, I guess, to keep yourself afloat, you know. I remember in the old gym I went to, the machine like for this was faulty, and basically what would happen is it wouldn't really lock your legs all that much in place. And what would happen is every time you do a rep, it would shift you forward. So I was basically coming up here, and obviously you don't have much leverage to do anything here, and you have to keep shifting, but like you can't shift halfway through a rep. You know, if you're doing this, try shifting, it won't work. You'll have to literally reset after every rep, and that would be really annoying to do. Okay. Okay, stretching out here. Anyways. Hamstrings are. Okay, let's go and let's go hit calves. Alright, let's set up. I'm gonna bring you guys down like this a little bit. Guys, this is me. I don't know if you guys are like often in an empty gym, because you know I'm sure there's people who like, you know, come in at funny times so that, you know, the gym is empty and things like that, because maybe they like an empty gym. But you guys who do that, do you guys miss the presence of people? You know, just being around, doing their thing, you know? Okay. So we want 3 of these. You start to make 150. Then we want 2 10s, one each side, to make 170. Oh, done. Perfect. You ever did this and put a 10 for me on each side. Thank you very much. I needed that. Because normally I'm going around hunting for a 10 kg weight. And I'm like pretty tidy, so I like to have the same type of tan. You know how there's different like brands and stuff like that, sizes and stuff like that. I like to have the same one on both sides. So this person has nicely put 2 red ones, which is the same, one each side, which is very nice. Okay, that's 25, 25, 25, 25, 25, 25, and then 10, 10. Close here, that's 75 with the 325s. 75 on that side as well, that's 150, and then 2 10s, that's 20, that's 170. Quick maths. Eesh. Gotta take my shoes off for this, because this definitely a crease, shoe creasing exercise for sure. Yeah. Oh man, do you guys ever have the fear? Fear of this thing just falling on you? Would be crazy, especially at this weight. GG's. A lot easier than last time. I remember struggling a lot more than last time. Progression is there. Damn. Oof. I like how there's another one. So if the first one fails, you have a second line of defense before it decides to attempt murder at your life. But I'm just thinking, if it is like 170 kg, this one fails, and then it like rushes down with gravity. I feel like with the amount of momentum, it might just make that one fail. Oh, this is always just, I always find this machine like such a nice machine to just think about things, you know. It's like just puts you in the position to just look up at the sky, you know. I mean, the sky's not obviously here, you know, because obviously there's a roof, but just look up and think about things, you know. It's like very interesting sort of you know, look at things here. There's a light above me, but it's like, yeah man, you can't even sleep, you know. Optimal resting, W resting position, man. And this is the most W resting position in the gym. Name something better than this resting position, you know. That this is a W resting position right here. It's just nice. You stretch out. I mean, in a surrounding gym, I'm sure this would be pretty obnoxious because people are probably waiting for the machine and stuff. But in an empty gym, you are chilling. And hit some fucking superset sit-ups as well. Yeah, man. I'll be resting position. After this, we're gonna drop. What are we gonna drop to? Is dropping 20 kg even enough of a drop? I don't know if that's gonna help all that much. We can try it and we'll see, I guess. But then if I drop more than that 20 kg, if I drop say like another 25 plate on each side, what would I even go down to? I'd go down to 100 from 170. That's 70 kg drops at 70 kg down. So I might just drop the 20 and just see how that goes, rather than go all the way down to 100. Okay, I think we can go. You know, we have wrestled. I think we go like 2 minutes on this. Damn. Slide in. Alright, let's drop the 10s. That's always the frustrating part about going on high weights or higher weights. It's the fact you gotta fucking unrack it all, and that is such a pain. Okay, down to 150. Trying to see my calves from the sides. I can't really while I'm doing the exercise. If I don't give the exercise the respect it deserves at this high weight, I'm gonna snap something. Or injure myself or something. Okay. Just unrack this. What I do like about at least this exercise, or this machine at least, is that the bar, doesn't matter how much weight you put on it, at least it seems like, it doesn't like tip or anything. Like, I've just taken all 3 plates off of this side, and under 10 kg. Deflects that, of course. Anyways, I'm joking. But anyways, taking all 3 plates off the other side, the bar don't tip. If this was any sort of like fucking bench press bar or anything like that, it would tip very quickly. You know, as soon as you take a freaking, 20 kg freaking weight off of one side, it will start tipping. You know, I just took 150 off of one side. This thing ain't tipping. So that's what I think. Shouldn't have to freaking manage all that crap when you're unracking this. So that's always nice. You got every way to sit on this machine, man. I swear, it's like W machine. What was I doing? Alright, so I've got something important to attend to. I can't tell you guys yet, just because if I do, I feel like I always jinx it. But the biggest hint is something I've said before. I actually did mention it a couple streams ago, but no more mentioning, alright? But yeah, if it's all successful, if it's all good, I will let you guys know. But yeah, I'm gonna end stream just because, you know, workout's finished and I do need to get home so I can get this all sorted and hopefully it will be successful. Yeah, thanks everyone for coming by and chats and whatnot. I'll see you guys on the next stream, which will be tomorrow, probably at the gym, something like that. Yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow, and thanks everyone for coming by. I'll see you guys next time. Alright guys, take care, all the best.